You can talk and try to see if you
Yo, what it do? Podcast stuff.
podcast stuff.
Like situation.
Yes. Put the shit right here. What we are doing now is getting ready to blast off into oblivion, everybody. Me and my trusty sidekick. Matter of fact, he's Batman. I'm just like that off-brand Batman character that they put in like the Iron Man suit that no one likes. What is it? Batwing?
Oh, Batwing? God damn, you going on, man, look like that. He does suck. He's just Iron Man.
Like,
he's just Iron Man.
He's just Iron Man. We should have did Iron Man, but we're not cool enough. Ugh.
Some fresh press.
Right now, he has the hot knife. We're about to grab some fresh press. This is all staying in, by the way. This is called a cold open.
Yeah.
You know.
So this is the issue with the fresh press.
Okay, so do you never click the pin yet? Did you click the pin yet? Okay, so you pick it up. Okay.
Too much.
So that's always my problem is the yield of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is why people don't like fresh press.
It's all sticky and shit gets on your fingers.
Too bad on your fingers, but it's hard to get off the tool. But that's what the hot knife. Because now this is where the difficult part would be. That's annoying because but once you leave it in the freezer, it gets glassy like this.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from a little, little tug there, it doesn't get too bad because it's still glassy, so it doesn't get too sticky. Mm-hmm. As I say that as it sticks to my finger.
Yeah, it's still stuck.
Now.
Now use the hot knife. Engage. Woo! Slid right off. Like a condom.
So this round tomorrow, 420 for the rest of this.
420. 420's coming, everybody. Are you ready? Got a lot of things to talk about. Well, it's funny that you ask, CCJ, because today we could talk about the Thor trailer. We could talk about the NBA playoffs, and we could talk about some comics. It's really a dealer's choice. My niggas back home, everybody. We're back. Welcome to a new episode of the Courtland Experiment. I am one of your amazing co-hosts, LK the God, the DD, the Mogul, the Shogun, and the 01, blood orange color, everything. I'm here with a very, very special friend of mine, the co-host, the co-pilot. I am the Robin to his Batman. I am the super dog, Crypto, to his Superman.
Hey, Nuka, though, that Super Pets movie, I saw the trailer. I kind of want to see it. I want to take a look.
You want to? Oh, yeah. Yes.
I'm a dad. Don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see it by myself, but
yeah.
It looks cool. I chuckled at the trailer. I'm down for that. DC Super Pets, shout out. DC is on an unexpected hot streak of movies. If you think about their last 5 projects,
but I do have some news about that. Like I said, everybody, that was Puffcopapi. What are we puffing on today? A lot of shit. He's in town. We're puffing on a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here. So I got the Puffco in one hand, the Crafty Plus in the other.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna just be. I got some fresh press live rosin in the Puffco, and I've got some 25% pineapple upside down cake.
Yes, everybody. We have as much weed as the guy who was trying to set up Bubba on that.
No, I was wearing a wire from CSI LA.
That's still a very funny story. We have to tell everybody, but oh yeah. What I was going to say was I heard some things about the DCEU. I hear that your boy's gone. They're gonna write him out, Ezra. Yes. Clap it up. They're gonna do. I think they're gonna, do something to him. And I also heard that they're gonna write out Henry Cavill.
Man.
And that's how I feel, because I felt like he wasn't that inflammatory. Like, of course, he's a wet paper bag, but he is our wet paper bag. I don't think Man of Steel was trash. They never got a sequel. He's probably the only nigga who ain't get a sequel.
But it did get a sequel. The sequel was called Batman versus Superman.
Oh my God.
Martha. Why did you say that name?
That is his unlicensed fucking sequel. And we never got another.
And then he somehow got another sequel. It's called The Justice League. A movie where they rushed to introduce the Justice League.
Yeah.
And they tried to do Death of Superman, and then I don't know what they're trying to do.
I mean, I feel like they could do another Man of Steel with Brainiac. Just cast a good Brainiac. We'll be all right. Right?
I don't know. Got into the Snyderverse vision.
Hey, listen, they said they checked because Discovery is in charge now.
Yeah, I saw them. They kind of get some new direction to DC, which has been flailing.
Yes.
Like I said, their movies have kind of hit gold recently. Like I said, we got Joker, we got the Batman, we got the Suicide Squad. Like 3 hits.
3 hits in a row.
Big hits.
And they talking about they want to do a connected universe. And I'm like, dog.
Did you guys just try this?
Like, y'all already have so many separate shit going on. You have to make everybody connect in some way and make them make sense also.
The interconnectivity that everything is they're doing good with separate movies. Just do Elseworlds. Everything could be on a different Earth in DC. Easy explanation.
Do they have everybody for Elseworlds? Like all the comic book characters? Or they got a cast?
It's infinite possibilities for Elseworlds. It's anything goes. Infinite worlds. That's what's cool about DC. I mean, Marvel has what ifs, so if they're similar to Elseworlds, but Elseworlds is like, I think there just have been better stories. So it's like, do Elseworlds. They established it on the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths, and all of this stuff is just happening on different Earths. The Flash movie was happening on different Earths. The Doom Patrol show is happening on a different Earth. You know, all this stuff is like, and then Earth Prime is the CW universe to them. Which is, so it's like, do it like that. Make it make sense.
But I feel like, hold on, let me take this hit first. I feel like you can't do that. I mean, you can, but even if you bring in like the best writer in the world, right? All right, look, I want you to make this make sense, make this make sense, and connect to this, boop by boop. That's like, come on, like he has to shoehorn shit, and I don't feel like that's the way to do it for natural progression. Now, I do like the idea of DC having their own fight, and they having their own, let's say, Russo brothers that are going to make a universe, direct some movies, and then step off in like 5 to 10 years, like the Russos did. Now, I don't know who you would give the keys to. Would you give those keys to Zack Snyder?
Hell no.
You don't want him to have his own universe? You're not impressed.
I do not want bland, murderous Superman. I don't want old, murderous Batman. I don't want. I'm not into this.
Watchmen.
Yeah, I'm not into the Snyderverse vision, and I'm not even as anti-Zack Snyder as a lot of people. I think he can make a good movie depending on the circumstances. I like his Watchmen for the most part. I liked 85% of his Watchmen movie. It was amazing.
Yeah, I liked Watchmen.
Yeah, and it's an unmakeable movie. I think he did about as good as you could do with it. So just like, I'm not a Zack Snyder complete hater, but I don't like what he did with the DC movies. I don't like Man of Steel. I do not like it at all. I like the action.
That was him? Why do I feel like Spielberg got one? Well, he said somebody's about to do a Superman movie. They're going to have their own. David Ayer, I think, is about to do his own Superman movie.
I thought they're going to do the Black Superman movie. That was our movie.
Like some big name director is about to try it. And I'm like,
well, I think one of the reasons they brought in the new creative control, from what I understand, is like, as we always joke on the podcast, Batman's holding the whole fucking company up. And they're just like, there are all these stagnant brands that they have, like Superman, that they don't know what to do with. Like they're like we were just talking about earlier. Henry Cavill has kind of just been in a gray area where they keep saying he's not fired, but like we have no plans to make a fucking Superman movie. So like, what's the point of saying he's not fired if you have no plans to use him for anything?
But yeah, that's everything going on over there. Marvel, we got Moon Knight. We have the Thor trailer. What you call it? Doctor Strange in 2 weeks. So, dealer's choice. It's Marvel time.
Yeah, man. The Thor trailer is the most immediate thing, which we've been waiting for, anticipating. It's coming up real soon, so people have been waiting for this trailer for the last few weeks, anticipating it.
And we just got a teaser.
Yeah, very short teaser.
Didn't reveal much. Didn't see gore yet. I think they're still working on that.
Yeah, the first look that they revealed was amazing, but we didn't get a glimpse of him in the trailer.
Yeah. I do think they're still working on him because niggas will kill him. Niggas will kill the movie if like they don't get this right, especially super fans.
I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but how many super fans is Thor? I mean, Thor was popular for Jason Aaron's run, and it's amazing. Like I said, I'm a big fan of that run, and traditionally, I'm a big Thor hater. I am not a person who gives a lot of fucks about Thor and his white ass Asgardian stories. I'm sorry, it's just not my cup of tea. And I've always felt he's just kind of a spoiled asshole. It's kind of been like, you're just like the king's son.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I believe in the creative team after Ragnarok. So it's like I saw Ragnarok. I believe in them. I saw that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I believe in the comedy that they can balance, but I'm worried. I need a longer trailer. What I saw, I hope most of what we saw is from the first third of the movie.
I still maintain my theory that they're gonna have some of that shit in the Doctor Strange too. I think they're gonna have some more Thor shit in Doctor Strange 2, like they had Doctor Strange 2 shit in No Way Home. I think they're gonna do that because it's like down the street, like July. It's like a month and a half, especially after people are going to be done going to see the.
It makes sense though. Get the full trailer after. That's the timing works out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they play it.
Like that shit is coming. Like that shit is damn near 2 months away, and we got this shit about to come out.
Yeah,
and that's going to dominate the box office for a couple weeks. Oh, that's fine. Real quick. That's fine. All right, so what were your other thoughts on the Thor trailer? Teaser. You gotta say teaser because it's a teaser.
All right, I was just very mixed. I didn't get a lot. I didn't love the song choice, but it fits what the tone. Getting a lot more Thor. The Guardians seemed a little funny, but it seems like that's going to be very early on.
No Gamora.
Yeah, no Gamora. We got Nebula and what? Courtland? Is that his name?
No. Shit.
He's got Yondu's shit now.
Rocket. Oh, Kraglin shit. Yeah, Kraglin.
It looks like he's joining.
Yeah.
Yondu's place, I guess.
Trucker Thor,
Yeah, and then he gets like in shape, and then he gets like all that. So we'll get all that funny Chris Hemsworth shit.
Yeah.
But it's a lot to pack in the movie. It looks like it's going to be. I don't know. I'm so mixed because at the end, Natalie Portman looked great.
Yeah.
She looked great. I am a
Mighty Thor,
staunch defender of the Mighty Thor. I will die on that hill.
Yeah, he has been proclaiming. He has CJ has calling me. He has called me numerous days, every day, around 8:00 p.m. to say that Mighty Thor is dope, and he hangs up, and I'm still like confused. He's been doing that for years. He has been maintained this position on Mighty Thor. But I don't. Do you think they really gonna give a cancer in this show? I don't think Disney gonna do that.
I don't know. It's interesting. I'm very worried. I don't know. Like we were talking about, I'm getting worried about these IPs, like dodging everything that could be dark and controversial.
Yeah, they still got to sell the 13-year-olds.
Everything's a joke, you know.
Yeah.
And this is like, and I expected Ragnarok, the comedy worked for the most part. So it's like, I'm not against a jokey Thor movie.
But it's still like, I do understand what you say, like when you be like too many jokes, because I kind of feel that way about this one. Like I told y'all, like, bruh, this looks like motherfucking Ragnarok deleted scenes, nigga. Like that's what this fucking movie looks like now. And I'm like, are we going to do this all over again in a different setting? Because can you do that again? I don't know. Is it clear? It's going. We're puff going, everybody. How will I know it's right? It's buzzing now.
I like this one. I like this better than my other movie. I want to change
these. God bless America. Woo! All right. So, fuck. All right. My shit. All right.
Preparing for 420.
Preparing for 420. Yeah, I guess that's it for the Thor teaser. I don't have anything else to break down on that.
Hey, comic book artist. Hey, comic book artist. Which I can't, I'm blanking on the guy's name, but look up the artist for the Mighty Thor run.
Damn, he don't get nothing off there.
But yeah, like I don't know if he gets nothing, but like there's been a discussion about.
I do have that. I do.
Comic artists
learn more about like what they get for like that.
Well, some of them have complained recently, like the creator of America Chavez for Doctor Strange. There was David Aja for the Hawkeye series and stuff like that. And they don't get much, if any, compensation for their ideas. And on a greater note, it's been like a lot of people just crediting comic writers for these runs, where it's like, no, the artist is half the fucking enjoyment you're getting out of the book. And then, like I said, the letters, the colors, there's a team of people that work on comics that need to be appreciated and compensated.
How should that compensation work?
I think there needs to be some sort of, and I think part of this, like I think John Campia, who I love his channel for movie stuff on YouTube, he was making a great point where it's not particularly, even though these corporations suck and normally they're on some evil shit. Like you have to get what you negotiate to as an artist, and you have to make sure you have to put something in your contract that, like, if this character makes $1 billion for some other media property for a movie or something like that, that I get some sort of percentage or some sort of royalty from it. You got to negotiate that up front. I know most people aren't predicting that when they're making some random comic character for a story that they're going to end up being in $1 billion movie, but that's just something you got to think about now in today's age, and like make sure you get your coins, man. I just want to see creators get the bag that they're entitled to, and not some corporate soulless ghouls. You know what I'm saying? Like who don't know shit, who are just shareholders or whatever. Like I want to see the actual creative people get compensated for their work, for bringing these ideas to life in the first place, that they can even make these movies. So that's just a small rant there, but that's been a constant issue, especially the big two, DC and Marvel, about, when you usually write a character for them, they own that character. Like they own all that shit. Like you're just, contractually, it's a weird place for artists in terms of compensation. So as almost like how the music industry has changed and now comics are going more digital and things like that. we got to find new ways for the industry to evolve and adapt. So very interesting. It's going to be an ongoing battle.
Yeah. They have used a couple elements from the comics. I have seen that when people do breakdown videos. Moon Knight.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. We're halfway done. New episode in a couple hours, actually. Will I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch it? No. The only MCU show that I did that for was WandaVision, because I didn't know what to expect. But with this show, I know what to expect, but I don't care that much. Not saying that I don't care, but you can do anything at this point. I mean, it has been brought to my attention that the woman, Layla, she was in this show, Rami, on Hulu. Amazing show. Everybody should watch it. Yeah, amazing show.
Amazing couple episodes. I've heard good things about it. I really got into that flow of it.
So everybody, but that did sound negative, but I just want everybody to know that I am a Moon Knight truther. So I shall defend the show, but I'm not insane about the show. I'm not delirious. I have heeded a lot of warnings about what could happen and what they've done so far. That is an abomination. Not saying that the whole show is an abomination, but I think there's definitely something to the people who know and the people who don't. Now, the people who know are the fans. Like, say, if you have like a top 5 favorite Marvel character, everybody should. If Moon Knight is in that top 5 for you, you probably read up on all the Moon Knight shit, know all his lore, know everything about the Egyptian gods, etc. So this show might not do it for you because you know what you want and you know what to expect. But for a new viewer, they're going at it with fresh eyes. They're learning stuff for the first time, and they're just there for the story. They're just listening to the story. So I feel like a lot of the Marvel shows are made for new viewers or new watchers, but I think they have to toe the line of, you know, the lore and forging their own path with the story or making their own story. What side do you land on with that?
I don't have a problem with them changing the lore. I don't really think that's an issue. Sometimes you have to make it work for TV or whatever, but like, I am concerned about the tone.
Like, they're completely changing Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that too. I didn't think concern would be the word of the day, but, especially when it comes to Marvel, such a reliable IP, you know. Like,
yeah.
But I'm concerned about how safe they're playing it with the direction of these shows. I'm concerned about the lack of darkness in some of these characters. Like Miss Marvel, you can keep that light. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like,
yeah.
I'm not saying go full Zack Snyder on every
That's
movie.
Gonna be like that movie. What is that? The Sweet Life or some. What was that, Joe? The dude who he was drawing shit all the time on paper. It was a little kid, and he was getting bullied and shit, and he could draw shit, and it would come to life. I forgot, but it looks like a school teen angst type.
There should be a lot of that in this.
Yeah, you like your girlfriend. You know, that theme type, vibrant shit. You know. But they completely changed that one. And I have seen people like Miss Marvel fans like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, what is this shit?
Like I was saying, my friend too, like, she's an Inhuman, and they want you to forget that show happened. So like, they don't want anything associated with the humans. Like they won't be spoken of. The Eternals are the Inhumans now, basically, is what they're saying to you. It's like, we don't say the I word here in Marvel, which I kind of love because they did that to the mutants for a long period of time in the comics where they're just like, fuck the X-Men. They're not going to be in anything. And I love the X-Men, so it's about time that
mutants can't say X-Men no more. Mutants.
And they're still X-Men. Like
they're not gonna say it. Feige said mutants.
Well, he said mutants because hopefully we get Krakoa. And like at the time there were no X-Men. There were no X-Men. There was no X-Men team.
One could only hope, unless they do a fucking continuation or something.
They do a simplified version like they just did in the little X-Men '92 cartoon. Like a simplified Krakoa, where it's just, I don't know, they could just limit the amount of characters. It doesn't have to be like the full comic scope of like every mutant, but I don't feel like you can go back to the mansion now. Like Krakoa has been too good and too lucrative of an idea. It's rocketed a bunch of X books to the top of sales for a while.
I'm really worried about what they do with the new Deadpool movie.
Or any Punisher or Daredevil or any of the dark characters that could warrant a rating. What about Blade? I don't want to see Blade in some PG-13.
He's a fucking vampire.
I don't want some Morbius level non-bloody vampire movie.
Yeah, they have to have some. Now I'm worried. Now I'm concerned. That's the title of today's episode. Concerned. Now I'm concerned.
I saw Kingpin go from slamming car heads and doors to losing to Kate Bishop in an apartment store. I'm just saying.
Kingpin has gotten blown up, tased, hit by a car. And he took it easy on Kate Bishop.
Yeah, I don't.
So, Moon Knight, like I said, I'm a Moon Knight truther. I love it. I watch it. I mean, love it is strong. I tolerate it. I watch it. I mean, I just want to see where we go. We got halfway through. We only got 3 episodes left. I hear the good director is coming back in at the finale. He directed the first one and last one. That's why the first fucking episode was amazing and everything. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on in Egypt?
Is that suit too expensive for them to do? Like,
might be. Like, that's my theory. That's my theory.
Yeah, like this who meant it because it's like we see it for 3 minutes per episode. These like 40-minute episodes. It's like theory. For a Moon Knight show, there's remarkably a little bit of Moon Knight. And if we're gonna get into the psychological stuff, I feel like we're not really getting into it. I feel like we're getting on some Indiana Jones treasure hunt bullshit with Arthur Harrow and this shit. And it's like I want to see Moon Knight do Moon Knight stuff. I want to see Mr. Knight be Mr. Knight and not a bumbling alter ego of Stephen Grant. And then, everybody, let's not fight. Let's like come on. Hey,
what I found out today was Oscar Isaac chose to do that accent, and nobody told him to do it. Like Feige said he hated it. The director said they hated it, but he maintained to do it. But I'm like, why did you do it then? Like he's like, hello, I get it. You want to be a whimsical, nice, good guy, but it's kind of like you sound like a fucking leprechaun. You sound like the cuz on the Lucky Charms box.
Yeah, I'm not feeling Moon Knight. I have a lot to. I'm just not. It's a 6 for me right now.
Hey man, look. Okay. Is 6? What Marvel shows are worse than Moon Knight? MCU shows. Disney Plus shows.
This might be the worst one so far.
No.
What's worse? I can't. What
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
It's close. Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier is not great. It's not good. It's not good.
Okay, we got 3 more episodes to go. I can't ask that now. You got to see how this plane lands. It's still in the sky. Yeah.
I will say, Falcon and Winter Soldier is not good. It's not. It's like a whole plot missing out of that show.
Yeah.
Like ripped out of it. It makes it really weird, weirdly edited around that.
And it ended with a monologue from Anthony Clarence. Like,
yeah, it wasn't even that great. Okay. I see your argument there.
Like, it wasn't, it was serviceable. Like,
I feel like most of the shows have been like 7.5s though. Like they're just all been nice. Okay, that happened. It was
Hawkeye was good.
It was legit good. Uneven though. Like I feel like Hawkeye had some good.
And episodes. They did the thing. They did the thing. Like Loki did the thing. They did the thing. I'm not comparing them. Loki was actually great, but they did the thing. All right. Playoffs.
Yeah, we're doing playoffs. Playoffs are happening. I gotta get my league password.
Playoffs. I do like that all the young cats are balling. Maxi's hooping. Anthony Edwards is hooping.
Anthony Edwards, by the way, is becoming like my favorite professional athlete of all time. This man named his dog after himself.
Anthony Edwards Jr.
He said that he named his dog after himself because, quote, his dog can also do everything well or some shit like that. Just like he can. His confidence is just on a million. And like he hoops like it, where he's just like, this man feels like he could score 100 points every night.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
I like the series that we have happening now in the first round, no less, between the Celtics and the Nets. Now, I know a lot of people have picked the Celtics because they have, more weapons and they're deeper and they have a lot more players healthy, but you still have two nuclear weapons on the same team. And I think that it's very, very possible that they both can score 30 at any time they feel like it. And if they both score 30, I can guarantee that they will win. But I'm not saying they both will score 30 every game. I mean, because they play and KD might sag off a little bit, do like 25, 8 and 6, and then Kyrie go out and play, get his 30, 38 points like last game. But I'm like, you can't really rely on Kyrie to do that every game. Like, because he shot some shit that was like, yo, with some crazy shit. I feel like y'all could get better shots. And I still kind of picked the Nets to win.
It's not crazy to me picking the Nets to win. This is going to be this is going to be the best first round series, clearly.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I was watching that thing on Easter. That thing was a thrilling game. Very even.
Crazy.
Celtics, like I said, they shored up their shit in the second half of the season to be probably the best team in the second half. Incredible defensive team. Mm-hmm. They got two stars that seem to have just really figured out how to play together. Jason Tatum has taken the leap from potential superstar wannabe people wanting to ascend him to like he's there now.
Yeah.
The shot selection thing is done. Like he's taking it to the rim. He's making the right plays. He won the game cutting to the rim. Spin an amazing cut.
Now I really don't know how the fuck that happened because Brooklyn should have took a timeout. KD, you shouldn't have took that 3. That was crazy. Y'all were up. You could have sat on the ball and chilled out. I don't know why they did that.
Steve Nash is not shown to be the best coach from what I've seen. I feel like the players are just so good. They're kind of coaching.
I mean, he still got Kyrie and KD on the side.
Yeah, like
you could get by with those two. Any other series impressed you so far?
That's definitely going to be the best of the best. Impressed me. No, like I said, the Timberwolves Grizzlies. Like I said, I want to see. That's a slobber knocker right there. I want to see Ja and Ant and Cat and evil Danny Green and.
Bruh, like I think Pat Bev be talking trash, like, yeah, I'm gonna log Ja down. I'm like, bruh, Ja be getting past you. Like you be at the 3-point line, he be at the rim. Like you ain't shutting nobody down. He's still getting 30s on. Like, but I mean, John scored 30. They still don't win. There might be a problem.
Memphis is a weird team. Like, they're super deep. They're super tough. They have great chemistry. But beyond Ja, and Bane is really good, and Brooks can be good on
He got to
given
take
night.
a step.
Yeah, it's like, but they don't have that number 2 guy. Bane is the closest thing, but like,
yeah, he would have to take a step.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was supposed to be Jaren Jackson, but he like 18, 11, and probably 3 assists.
Great defender, all-world defender though. But
he can be deep boy one day. I can see that.
Yeah, they're still growing. They're still a young core, so there's a lot of room for them to grow. Same with the Timberwolves. Like, all that losing has accumulated them a lot of talent. Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, I was telling my homeboy, like, they got set back from Wiggins because they thought Wiggins is what Anthony Edwards is.
Yeah.
It's like
no.
Not to say he's that much better than Wiggins, but that type of dog mentality as a scorer, as like I'm a star type. Because Wiggins is a good player. We've seen, he was an all-star this year. Like, Wiggins is a very good player.
He's not untouchable. Anthony Edwards is untouchable.
Yeah, exactly. They ain't trading
everybody else can go.
Yeah, they can trade
That's your star. That's.
I think Cat is their star, but he's their other star.
Shit.
They wanted.
He can step.
D'Angelo Russell wanted it to be him. They're just like
D'Lo's stepping. Now, if they get, I hate to say they get rid of D'Lo, but if they get rid of D'Lo and get like a Darius Garland or that top tier, they might go further in playoffs. I don't have that much faith in D'Angelo Russell. That much.
Horrendous defender.
Not that much.
Streaky scorer.
Yeah.
Not a really an efficient.
The J.R. Smith of point guards.
Yeah. Extremely talented though. He can get a bucket though.
He can, but in the playoffs, like, you got to do it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got to do it in the playoffs.
I think the hierarchy solved itself, and he's the third option. He's like the third option, bro.
I like when the young players, like, you have to do it in the playoffs. But Trae Young,
he's the villain we all needed.
He ate shit last game though.
Yeah, they fucked him up. His worst game of his career. Hawks just throw bodies at him, but again, he doesn't have enough help. He's kind of in the Jokic situation where it's like, he dragged your team here, but they suck. Yeah, like, they suck. They're not great. Like, or they don't suck, but they're not adequate for what you need to do. Is like a one alpha. Like, you need John Collins can't be your next best player, dog.
He kind of is.
Yeah, he's not even playing. So like.
And Capella's out.
Yeah, Kevin Huerter can't be your next best player.
Or Bogdanovich.
Yeah, that just can't be it. You're not going to win.
Yeah, they try to do Lion sure ball too much, but you need a number 2 somewhere.
Yeah, you need a second real big-time scoring option. They don't have one.
Yeah.
The Heat have like 36 of them.
Yes.
Whole team.
Yep.
Just develop more niggas if someone gets go to the G League.
They just throw a nigga out there somehow he's good. Like, who is this nigga? Gabe Vincent? Who is this nigga?
Struss? Who's Struss?
Who is this guy? 30 points. Who is this guy? Where'd he come from?
They did it with a coach. I was like, who is Eric Spoelstra? He was the video assistant guy.
Who?
They're just fucking developing coach talent?
Speaking of video coordinator guys, The Winning Time.
I have not watched it in a while.
He has not watched it, but it's a great show because Pat Riley was a video guy, and they show on like his journey into being the suave, sleek Pat Riley, and it's like getting there too. It's funny. Other playoff teams you're interested in? Other playoff series?
Big draft guy, so but in terms of current series, I don't know. I'm not quite. I think those will be the best series that like we're gonna get some smackdowns. And let's see, Raptors. We're gonna have a free throw contest against 76ers.
They're probably getting blasted again. I don't know.
Bulls Bucks. That's a good series. Bulls Bucks.
Gotta get over the Giannis hump.
Yeah.
Like, do you really think Giannis is going to get put out in the first round? They got to put him down.
I don't believe in the Bulls.
No.
Yeah, it's hard to believe them because this is the first year they've been good.
Yeah, and they don't have all their dogs.
Yeah, I think they need something. They need to adjust something to their roster. Like, they can keep the core though.
I hope they keep the core. I hope Zach LaVine stays.
Yeah, I think their ancillary players might need to be shuffled around though.
Yeah, Kobe White could step.
Yeah, him. You don't need him and
need size.
If you got, he was hooping. He was fucking fighting for his life. Like that would be crazy.
You could get a cat. Yeah, Kobe, Vooch, give you some picks. Give us cat. Let's do it. Y'all keep ad. It'll be ads team. Let's win some playoff games, baby. Let's go. Yeah, that's all the series is, right? All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on a brand new episode of the Courtland Experiment. I am one of your co-hosts, LK the God, the Mogul, Blood Orange, and I have been here with Puffcopapi, C Jizzle, live from the Invisible. He's not Liberty Sizzle no more. He's back. Go subscribe on everywhere you listen to things with your heart and your minds and your soul and your spirit. Tell someone you love them. Yay!